Some deja vu in USL League One as we enter Arlington, Texas tonight. North Texas SC and FC Tucson meet for the second time in a week tonight in our match presented by Advocare. Hello, I'm Chris Makoviak. Happy to have you with us as we finish off our USL League One weekend. Two sides, 10 points on the table. Either side a victory tonight, and they get sole possession of fifth place on the table at 13 points. Keep in mind, Tucson has never defeated North Texas SC, but looking to end that tonight after falling 2-0 to North Texas just a week ago. Benny Redsick of North Texas, he's your Chick-fil-A player to watch for tonight's match. 3 goals on the season, tied for the team lead and leading the team in created chances with 8. You talk about a player that is great on the 1v1 ability on the wing, and with a player like Arturo Rodriguez back in the mix that can distribute, maybe open things up for Redsick. Potentially could be a big day for him if he can get it going early on in his starting role against Tucson tonight. On the other side for Charlie Dennis and FC Tucson, fitting in that role well at the number 10, says his head coach John Gallus. Very comfortable, fit, playing well up there in the attacking midfield for Tucson, according to Gallus. And Charlie Dennis looking like his 2019 Tormenta form. 5 created chances, 1 assist in the win over New England 2 on Wednesday. Tucson, North Texas, part 2 in 1 week. Can Tucson get revenge? We'll find out next, right here on ESPN+.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back here into Globe Life Park in Arlington, Texas for our match presented by Advocare. North Texas SC and FC Tucson going at it for the second time in a week, as it was North Texas getting the advantage 2-0 over FC Tucson. And let's take a look at how that happened in the match a week ago. And North Texas kind of slow to start in the match. FC Tucson quick to start, though. And then in the second half, it was all North Texas winning the possession and getting things going as we moved further and further into the night. Well, it was the PK spot where North Texas got the benefit. Third goal of the season for Damas, and they're hoping maybe some confidence for him. Get his goal-scoring ability back out there on the field, attacking. Here's Redsick, where he was effective off the bench to the end line. Puts a dangerous ball in there, and Colin Smith, who's on the bench today, puts it in. First goal for North Texas SC for that man there. 2-0 for the away side in that match. And unfortunately for FC Tucson, still unable to get a win against North Texas in their 2 years in USL League One, hoping to change that tonight. Advocare, lineups in front of us here, and kind of a similar look, but Roberts, Cirillo, they are into the starting 11 for this one. Cirillo coming from FC Dallas. His one start this year, he got a goal. So certainly someone to keep an eye on in the midfield along with Roberts and Hernandez. Bonilla gets the start as well. FC Tucson on the other side, their Advocare starting 11. Similar look that we saw a week ago, but Alarcon pushing up the field from that right back spot. They bring in Calvo, someone they want to get more aggressive on the attacking side, but more of a stay-at-home right back. Alarcon, of course, when he's up the field, look for crosses. He's going to be dangerous in there, giving service into Adams, Godoy. Dennis, someone they want to get more shots off from as well, along with his creating ability. We'll see how this Tucson side has adapted from the loss a week ago as we're underway from Globe Life Park, Tucson, North Texas SC. A battle here to get above the 10-point line here in USL League One. Again, I'm Chris Makoviak. Happy to have you with us. The final match to kick off on this USL League One Saturday. Final match of the weekend as well. Two others currently underway, but this will be the final one to finish. As Dennis on the left side trying to work past Bonilla, out of play, and it will go over to Tucson. Kevin Bonilla we saw come off the bench against Tucson last week. He'll be back for the rest of the season according to Eric Quill. He was supposed to be playing in college this fall at the University of Portland, but of course the pandemic had other thoughts, so a good benefit for North Texas, a player that had 14 appearances last year, adds some depth to the fullback spot at right back, something that Eric Quill said they really needed, and he's looking forward to having him out there. He gets the start tonight on the back line. Justin Shea back out there along with Breck Evans taking over those center back roles, as we do have a foul. Take a look at some of those score lines going on right now. Halftime in our other two matches. New England 2, Renix getting the goal. And it's 1-0 on the road for Clint Pie. Fort Lauderdale and Tormenta and Electric start plenty of shots in that one. It's 1-1 at the break. Over the top, here's Godoy. Godoy tries to fire quickly on the volley, a wishful one. Working against three defenders, it's a goal kick. Aviles will take it. Let's take a look at our injury report tonight from Globe Life Park, presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. None reported for North Texas SC. Gio Magana Rivera still out, unfortunately, for FC Tucson, back in training, but still not 100% match fit for them. Juan Alvarez making the bench today. He's been out with an injury for North Texas, so maybe we'll see him in the second 45. Here's Redsick down the left flank. He's had a brace this season in his home park. Now Cirillo, he hit that banger from deep that ended up being a goal of the week award winner. This out of play, and it's going to be a goal kick tonight. Let's take a look at our keys to the game, driven by Toyota. For North Texas, Eric Quill very unhappy with their start against Tucson last week, wanting to limit the early errors. He put it simply as boneheaded mistakes to start off, including that Shaq Adams breakaway that almost ended up in an open net opportunity for the Tucson forward. On the other side for FC Tucson, kind of a focus on defending the wings, trying to slow down Arturo Rodriguez and Benny Redsick as well in their 1v1 abilities out there. One topic of conversation this week between John Gallos, the head coach of FC Tucson, and his player, Shaq Adams, so electric offensively. He wants to see maybe more of a defensive presence from Shaq Adams as we head through the rest of the season. He thinks it will help out not only Tommy Silva and Logue alongside him on the back line defend, but also if they're able to crunch back, get a double team against a player, force maybe some help from the opposing fullback to come further up the field. Maybe if they win that ball back, Shaq Adams can use his speed, get behind quickly, and create a counterattack. So a lot of strategy in that. We'll see if they're able to develop that more defensive prowess on the wings tonight against North Texas, one of the top offenses here in USL League One at 1.75 goals per game. Their obstacle so far here in 2020 has been their defense. We saw them get their first clean sheet of the season last week against Tucson. Funny enough, Tucson getting their first clean sheet on Wednesday. Two very similar teams that now both have an opportunity at 5th place with a win tonight. Knight takes it in at the back. Tucson, 7th overall defensively in GAA, 1.44 goals allowed per match. For North Texas, 1.63 their ninth. Now Rodriguez. Knocked back by Eric Bergen, who's had some fantastic matches for FC Tucson of late. We'll take you through that in our upcoming hydration break in this first half. But John Gallo is saying that his coaching staff kind of thinks of him as the metronome of their side, controlling the rhythm, the tempo from the back, connecting everybody. So if you want a good barometer of FC Tucson on the night, maybe keep an eye on number 23 out there among the men in black. Here's Cirillo. Ball down the right flank. Bonilla plays it in, knocked back, and Calvo will clear. Last time we saw Esteban Calvo, he was making that headed save at the line to block away an opportunity late for the Richmond Kickers. Fortunately, the Kickers scoring on the next play to salvage a point on the road, 2-2. That's one flexibility that John Gallus does have with the side. Ellie Velton and Alarcon can play the fullback spots. Tommy Silva has taken over the left back spot very well. And now a bit of rotation at times on the right back spot by Alarcon. He can get up the field. Great service from him. Here's Adams. Once again, Eric Quill telling us that point of emphasis, try to double team, triple team if necessary. Shaq Adams when he finds the open space. Right there, they do find the double team. Now Godoy will reset with Silva. But Coach Quill telling us that didn't really expect too many adjustments, more just technical little things here and there, how to track a player when they invert a run, someone like Shaq Adams, who's going to take that responsibility when he makes an inside run. More communication errors that they saw in the 2-0 victory last week. North Texas, of course, the opportunity to tune in to FC Tucson, their match against New England 2 on Wednesday. A 1-0 victory for John Gallus on his side. Meanwhile, North Texas SC with a full week off. Now it's Silva on the left flank, the UCLA commit. Alarcon, Calvo. Knocked back, now Thomas Roberts on the ball. Roberts, 7 created chances this season, 1 goal. Redsick up into the attack. Benny Redsick brought down, foul is called, and we have a free kick. Referee overseeing things tonight, Gloria Resendez. We'll communicate here with their goalkeeper, Amal Knight, making his 2nd consecutive start, the Jamaican international. Let's check it out on the Advocare replay. And Redsick doing enough there to move it to the outside, draw the foul from Calvo. Arturo Rodriguez, Thomas Roberts over the ball. Roberts did have an assist for North Texas last year. And of course, Arturo Rodriguez led League One in created chances and assists. It will be Roberts. Flicks it in there, good look, Silva heading it away. Now Vergen onto the run, Charlie Dennis, who is 2nd in League One created chances a season ago. Gallus feels like Dennis has really found his sweet spot in the formation with Tucson. He played so many different positions for Tormenta last year. The wingback slots, the number 10 on the wings up top. Has settled into the center attacking midfield role for Tucson. 7 created chances in his last 2 matches. And the assist on the Ellie Velton goal on Wednesday. Damas poked away just in time by Logue. Logan Beek back out there. Beek had to work his way back from an illness that kept him out of play, non-COVID related. As Adams speeds by Bonilla. Adams into the box, end line, Adams keeps it in play. No, it is a goal kick. What an effort by Shaq Adams. A name to know here in USL League One. He had 4 goals in 4 straight matches. That ended against North Texas last week on the Advocare replay. Too heavy of a touch as he tried to get by Bonilla. Now Edwin Cirillo. Up steps Breck Evans. Collision there just before the end line, and it is a free kick once again. One against Calvo. This right in front of the corner flag. As it's Derek Waldeck that draws the foul. Let's check it out on the Advocare replay. And a shove in behind as Calvo ran into his opponent. Waldeck, the Stanford grad, 2020 draft pick for FC Dallas. Now Arturo Rodriguez over the ball. Made his first start back with North Texas against Tucson. 4 created chances in that match. Two-man wall for FC Tucson here in the 11th minute. Rodriguez flicks it over everyone. Cirillo wanted a whack on the volley maybe. Hernandez quick turn, knocked back. Redsick in the box. That deflected away. Now Alarcon scrambling, trying to get it cleared. And he will indeed with the help of Calvo. Back out off of the boot of the Spaniard, Alarcon. Now Roberts to Waldeck, over to Redsick. Carrollton, Texas native, takes it end line, gets by Calvo. Redsick on the attack, ball still alive, finally cleared by the right back. Now Waldeck tries to get it back in there, blocked once again. Tucson bunkering in very well as we check out the Advocare replay. Hernandez, quite the strike, blocked in the end by Logue. Logue had a pretty strong performance against North Texas a week ago. 5 clearances, 3 interceptions from his center back spot. He starts off well with a block here today. Now Evans, he'll reset with Che. This is kind of what we saw from North Texas after the about 15-minute mark last week. Really settled into possession, kind of lulled FC Tucson to sleep, and the game to sleep overall. Got their chances, took care of business in the second half with 2 goals, went home with 3 points. Now Tucson trying to stay consistent with their chances throughout the match. A golden opportunity in those first 15 minutes a week ago with Shaq Adams on the break off of a North Texas set piece and put it wide of an open net opportunity. Now Redsick flicks it over right side. There's Rodriguez. Eric Quill telling us they want Arturo Rodriguez on the same side of Shaq Adams at all times due to his higher defensive prowess on the team, as he'll be going up against Tommy Silva and Adams on that side. Now Roberts comes in, fires, but into the side netting. Not much troubling night in that regard. Amal Knight back in there for his 2nd consecutive start as he prepares for the goal kick. Let's check out for the Advocare replay as Roberts sent that out of play. John Gallus telling us that decision coming because he decided to rotate players, didn't see the results coming in the winning ways. So he said it's time to rotate the keeper as well, only fair. Knight very strong in practice and deserving of the opportunity, and well, Gallus telling us he looked very smart out there when the team got their first clean sheet of the season against New England 2, when Knight made his first start but it's nothing against Carlos Marancio, he says, just about trying to find the right 11 out there. Rodriguez now in there, saved by Knight and cleared by Logue. After 3 saves in the win against New England 2 on Wednesday, comes up big there in minute 15. The trouble there, though, for Tucson is that Arturo Rodriguez was wide open on his run into the right side of the box. Now Evans keeps the attack alive. Damas laying it up. Here's Vergen. Shaq Adams, a great run. Going after it into the box. Adams, but right into the path of Aviles. Bonilla almost got there as well. Let's take a look at this Rodriguez opportunity. Roberts lays it off for him, fires it, and luckily on the Advocare replay, Knight getting down to his right and gets the stop. A chip over the top by Rodriguez. Now Roberts on the run. Flag stays down. Roberts, a wishful one, chips it out of play. Now let's check out Shaq Adams on this recent break on the Advocare replay. Perfect ball through the gap there by Eric Vergen, and just didn't get the accuracy right there to get it around Aviles. Keeper off his line, he'll clear this downfield. Here's Godoy. Battle of the 10-point teams here in Arlington, Texas. Second matchup in a week. And if you're just joining us, a busy 17 minutes to say the least. Here from Globe Life Park, up and down the field we go. Now with Vergen at the back, over to Sam Beek, the German center back. And they'll give Knight a touch in the back. 8 caps for the Jamaican national team. Knight on loan from San Diego Loyal SC here this season. Here's Dennis. Since 1947, Select has been the leader in soccer ball quality and innovation. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. Here's a Select ball given back by Damas. Knocked through and picked up by Knight. Big opportunity there for North Texas. Select is the official ball supplier of USL League One and many of the elite leagues throughout Europe. For the latest Select products and special offers, please visit SelectSportAmerica.com. And Damas, he wanted that one. Takes it away at the back as Logue, a mistouch. And nearly getting a chance. Here's Ellie Velton. Ellie Velton, through ball. Great look here. Godoy splitting the backs. But it's Waldeck that saves the day. Now Calvo. Alarcon taken back down by Redsick. Free kick. Let's take a look at this recent turnover by Logue on the Advocare replay. And just slipped there, it seems, on the surface. Damas runs in, tried to cut it over to a wide open Redsick, but not enough time in that. Just one shot on target apiece for these two sides. Dennis Alarcon over the ball. It's Alarcon. Whips it in there, a low one knocked away by Cirillo. Dennis couldn't keep it alive. It's over to North Texas. North Texas SC, of course, one of the top teams a year ago in USL League One, winning the title at the end of the season. They are third in home win percentage here in USL League One at 61%. When we talk about getting results, a draw or a win, that rises up to 94%. They are top in that category with just one loss all time here at home in USL League One here in 2021. 0-3 their record. So tough to get a result on the road against North Texas SC, whether at Toyota Stadium last year or Globe Life Park here in 2020. Tucson, 5 road victories in their 19 all-time road matches. That's a 26% rate as Cirillo and Dennis get locked up there with some shoving back and forth. And we'll see how Resendez deals with this one. And a talking to, at least for Cirillo. And this will be a discussion smartly by the referees to see all accounts of the situation. Back pocket, red card, North Texas SC, and Edwin Cirillo gets his second red card all time in a North Texas uniform. Let's take a look on the Advocare replay, and it's the contact at the end of this meeting between Dennis and Cirillo that makes the difference. What a moment, as North Texas will certainly argue the case of their teammate, but for Tucson, a huge advantage, as Charlie Dennis also gets a yellow card in the situation. And now Gloria Resendez trying to get some control in this match after sending off Cirillo. So Charlie Dennis also from this conflict getting a yellow. North Texas is officially down to 10 men against Tucson's 11. Let's take another look. Both players going at it, and probably both worthy of cards, but Cirillo, that final contact is what warranted the red card according to our officials tonight. And now in the 23rd minute, North Texas down a man at home. And maybe some more coming. Michelle, the assistant coach of North Texas, talking quite a bit with the fourth official. We'll see what happens now on the sideline. Yellow card awarded to the bench of North Texas SC. Just like that, the game has turned on its head. Funny enough, I was talking about win percentage. One loss at home for North Texas in their 2 years in USL League One. Guess what happened in that one loss? Edwin Cirillo got the red card early on in the match against the Greenville Triumph mid last season. North Texas ended up losing that match 4-0. We'll see if things change in this 2020 battle between Tucson and North Texas. It's been all North Texas so far, other than some transition opportunities for Tucson. Damas on the wing, getting around Silva. Goes down, a foul is called on Silva. Free kick to North Texas as the Haitian striker went down. Free kick opportunity. They are down to 10 men, but North Texas a chance to go on top here. Roberts and Rodriguez over the ball. Roberts whips it in there, tipped away, just in time by Knight. What a save! His second tonight. Getting his fingertips to that one, whether it was bending in itself or Breck Evans was there on the Advocare replay. What an opportunity for North Texas. Now a corner kick presented by Michelob Ultra. Service in, Evans wants the handball, no call, it's a goal kick on the Michelob Ultra corner kick. Let's take another look at the Advocare replay. Eric Vergen and Tucson back up the field here in minute 26. So we'll have to keep an eye on how this changes the formation for North Texas SC. The central midfielder sent off. Now Alarcon on the near side. Throw in for Tucson. Here's Beek. Former Western Michigan player. Ellie Velton, he had the winning goal against New England 2 on Wednesday. Tucson taking their time now, up a man on the field. Now Calvo over to Alarcon. Dennis whips it in, and off his line, Aviles takes it on. Breck Evans from the back. Such a solid start, to say the least, for North Texas SC, but unfortunately not going to the wayside with that. Red card to Cirillo, ball out of play. Fans, make sure to follow North Texas SC and FC Tucson, and of course the rest of USL League One all season long on ESPN+. Home to the USL, MLS, UFC, and more. Join the nearly 8 million sports fans who have already discovered ESPN Plus and watch League One live every week. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com. Ball up ahead, Dama's back, and he'll help win it over to Bonilla. Here's Logue. Vergen. Alarcon finding Calvo out wide. Calvo deflected in. Aviles is there to pick it up. And again, Tucson unable to get into the opposing box. As it seems, Tucson will be bringing the press. Abnormal a little bit there for the service downfield, as North Texas, a unique style really at the back, building out of the back no matter what, according to Eric Quill. But a lot of numbers up there for Tucson as North Texas adjusts to their new look for the rest of this match. Now Vergen. Alarcon leads the team with 16 created chances. He'll work it wide. Silva cuts in. Dennis out wide now. Left boot puts it on. Knocked away by Hernandez. Here's Beek. Ellie Velton thought about it. He'll pass it off to Godoy. Now Dennis. Good movement by Tucson, just unable to break down the opposing defense at this point. Alarcon. Calvo. Back to Alarcon. Cross in, deflected away, and then finally out of play by Breck Evans. It's a corner kick over to FC Tucson. Ball sent in, knocked away. Jumble mess in there, but luckily deflected out by North Texas, and we're back to the home side. As we will work our way into our first hydration break. What a first 30 minutes here. Both sides combining for 7 shots, 3 on target. But a couple guys getting cards as well, and well, maybe out of this, some offensive opportunities that we will see from 2 of the players on the field today. Arturo Rodriguez, of course, back his second start, returning from his SLC loan. Had a sharp start against Tucson last week. A couple created chances out there, and they're hoping that he will continue to find these forwards at the top, along with himself, get some room in the 1v1 ability, and of course you know his successes. League One MVP last year, led the league in assists and created chances, along with 7 goals to his name. What a season for him, and they're hoping at least that they can get a few matches out of him with stats like that. Eric Vergen had that goal earlier this year against Union Omaha, but he has been stellar the last 2 matches, controlling the midfield, as I said, a metronome according to this coaching staff. The ability to really control things and decipher opposing defense as well with his passing. And keep in mind as well, his passing in the opponent's half, along with that, able to find some success. And he will certainly find a lot of opportunities as we move deeper into this match, knowing that North Texas is down to 10 men. But look at that 99.2 passing accuracy percentage in his last 2 matches. Quite the stat for someone so active on the ball all over the field. He was key last year for the side as well, tallying 1 goal, 1 assist in 16 appearances. A native of Utah, coming from the RSL Academy. One of a number of RSL influences coming from John Gallus' former days with the RSL Academy. Arturo Rodriguez, of course, on the other side, one of the stars of recent years in the FC Dallas Academy. Had 2 appearances with Real Monarchs SLC before coming back for North Texas. 30 appearances last year, including scoring the game-winning goal in the USL League One final over Greenville. A 1-0 victory for North Texas SC. They may be down to 10 men, but they have not conceded yet in this match, and surely still in it. Both sides at 10 points on the table. A win by either side, they would advance up to 5th place at 13 points. We do have 2 other matches going on currently and late in the second half. Over in Omaha, still 1-0 New England 2. And Tormenta, there's only been 3 come from behind wins in USL League One, and that's after you give up the first goal. Tormenta has 1 of those already. Well, they're in line for a second, up 2-1 after giving up a 5th-minute tally to Ascona and Fort Lauderdale CF. They're in the 74th. Here, who would have thought Tucson enjoying so much possession? Out of play, Silva with the throw-in. A look at those score lines. Omaha and New England, a rematch after they met in their respective season opener. But 1-0 to Renix. New coach for Tormenta, and maybe a win on the day if they're able to close it out at Fort Lauderdale. Ian Cameron announced this week as the new head coach from his Tormenta 2 days. We'll go over their new alignment in the front office at halftime. And we'll recap the first half of the season, really, taking a look at our goals leaders and the Golden Glove contenders so far at halftime, so stay tuned for that. Opportunity for North Texas, puts it over, cleared by Beek. Shot from deep, but off the mark, a wishful opportunity. Roberts firing on all cylinders today. Trying to find a banger just like Cirillo did a few weeks ago. Let's take a look at the Advocare replay. Bonilla once again driving in right side, couldn't find Redsick. Instead, Thomas Roberts almost putting that on frame. Beek to the right side. Here's Alarcon. He's been contained pretty well. Hasn't been able to get up the flanks too much. Bergen. Over to Beek. Out of play, and this will stay with FC Tucson. Tucson, 10 shots per game, their average, third in League One, but only sixth in League One in shots on target per game, just over 4. Seventh overall in shot on goal percentage, about 43% on their campaign. Unable to break down this North Texas low block so far. Damas, though, breaking down the opposing possession there, and a free kick is won by the Haitian international. 3 goals, 1 assist for him on the campaign. A player that Eric Quill wants to get more into the middle of things in terms of offense as we head down the course of the season. Didn't feel like his forward was too effective at Tucson in their last match. Looking for more opportunities on goal, but also wants his other teammates to get him the ball more at his feet, give him some confidence to attack the opposing back line. After all, Quill said they are goal scorers. There is a bit of moxie to it and confidence needed. Damas, he did get the goal against Tucson, but as you saw in our opener, it was a PK from the spot. And Quill telling us a funny story that really, over the course of the last year and a half, something not in the forte of Ronaldo Demas, his PK ability in practice misses them, especially at the end of the season when they were practicing for the League One final. Couldn't hit one in practice, as this is clear with the header by Silva. And that's part of why, if you noticed, Breck Evans and Arturo Rodriguez rushed to the ball to say, are you sure you want to take this? Eric Quill telling us that, hey, they got the free opportunity at the PK. Not too shabby to get his forward a key opportunity if he does make it. If not, oh well. So we let Damas take it, and coach said he just closed his eyes in the moment. Hope for the best, and, well, they scored a goal out of it, and Damas getting a third tally. But, hey, here's what came out of it. Maybe something come out of this, as we'll continue in a moment. Silva, but he's back down by the defense. Here's what came out of it. Eric Quill telling us that after that goal went in, Damas coming out like an Energizer Buzz Bunny, he called it. going after the ball, going after backlines like he is tonight, winning possession, getting interceptions. So something happened on that PK. He put it in the net, and a new energy about him, and maybe getting back to that golden boot status. We'll see if he can find one here tonight. Ellie Velton works it in. Godoy trying to keep the attack alive, spins, fires off of Waldeck. And this will be a corner kick in favor of Tucson. Tucson scoring on a corner kick against New England 2 on Wednesday. Can they find one here? Puts it in. Through there off the crossbar. Oh, what an opportunity. Sam Beek at the back post volleyed it. What a goal that would have been. On the Advocare replay, let's check it out. A one-hop volley off the shin, it seemed. And off the crossbar. Avila is getting the help of the home woodwork. Justin Che. Roberts on the run. Thomas Roberts staying with it. Cuts over. Rodriguez at the top. Rodriguez off the post. Back and forth we go here at Globe Life Park. Redsick stuck in traffic. At the top now, Hernandez. Give and go. Rodriguez against Silva. Rodriguez pokes it through, and Silva on the end of this one, he'll let it go out. Goal kick to Tucson. What a strike by Rodriguez at the top of the box. Rings it off the post. Knight left watching on this Advocare replay. A cannon. But it stays 0-0 on the score line. With all this intense play on the final thirds, just 3 shots on target combined between our two sides tonight. Damas goes down. We play on. Flicked on, Ellie Velton heads it back over Alarcon. Previous meeting last week, these two sides combined for 27 unblocked shots. Only 9 of those were on target. Shaq Adams wins the throw-in. And in fact, it was Tucson leading in that category with 6 shots on target. Now Adams. This low block, it's a great strategy by Eric Quill, considering a player like Shaq Adams, you can lock him down with this, as Calvo to the end line can't keep it in play, because he loves open space, he loves to run, he loves the 1v1 ability, but if you have this low block with so many defenders in a confined area, he's not going to find that space to run, and he's been pretty quiet since Cirillo went off the field with that red card due to that. Both weeks in our conversations ahead of these matches with Eric Quill, he keyed in on the fact of limiting space for Shaq Adams and Azad Liadi. Adams on the field right now, and they are doing just that here in the 44th. Now Redsick, open space on the left side, deflected out. Back to Tucson. And stay with us for halftime. We'll have the Toyota halftime report for you. Taking a look at the Golden Boot leaders, the Golden Gloves leaders, and all other news and notes from around the USL. Adams. Ellie Velton, the Brazilian, puts it in. Evans with the clearance. Throw in for North Texas. Breck Evans leading the team with 25 clearances in his 6 starts. Waldeck, North Texas, trying to find an opportunity just before halftime. This ball out. The Tucson bench. Waldeck will take the throw in, making his 9th start of the season. 4 minutes of Advocare stoppage time here from Globe Life Park. Plenty of opportunities left in store for this first half. Now Alarcon. Dennis, tackled from behind by Roberts. Free kick over to Tucson. Charlie Dennis winning the opportunity. Let's take another look on the Advocare replay. Good move at the last second by Dennis as Roberts was about to steal that ball until the last second movement. Dennis looking at the opportunity. The 24-year-old, he'll turn 25 at the end of the month. Second on the team and created chances with 15. Whips it in, headed on and just wide. Calvo in the end got in there. Looking for his first goal of the season. Advocare replay. Met by Justin Che. Nearly got it on frame. Aviles, the 21-year-old, over the ball, 12 saves this season. Made 20 starts last year. Earned him a homegrown signing from FC Dallas in June. Now Damas trying to get around Knight and touches it just in time before the edge of the box. Again, Knight comes up huge for Tucson. Foul called, back over to the away side. The men in black relying on their keeper so far tonight. As Knight tiptoeing there. Damas trying the cheeky little flick over the top to chip the keeper. Under 3 minutes remaining in our Advocare stoppage time. Now Dennis. Alarcon. Logue stepping up into a bit of space. Now Logue fires, but into the stands. Captain of Tucson trying one from deep. With a 25-year-old not finding anything there. Tucson is familiar with playing a man or two up, getting their win, their season opener over 9-man Fort Lauderdale with 2 goals in the last few minutes of the match to take it 2-1 on the road. Rodriguez comes in there, wins the ball. Now Rodriguez. Roberts. Fires, testing Knight, but he makes the save. Another good stop by Knight. That'll be his 3rd save so far. Now Dennis. To Silva. Final few seconds ticking off of our Advocare stoppage time with Adams driving in. Foul is won, and Shaq Adams in Tucson, a free kick just before halftime. On the Advocare replay, just trying to split the double team, and it's Rodriguez from behind that drags down Adams by the shoulder. What an opportunity on the edge of the first half ending. It's Dennis and Alarcon over the ball. It will be Dennis. Fires in there, Dennis back post, Ellie Belton! For the second straight match, it's the Brazilian. 1-0 Tucson on the road. On the Advocare replay, Dennis, another assist to his tally this season. And Ellie Belton wide open with a few men in black at that back post. And it's Tucson, a man up at the break and a goal up, 1-0 on Ellie Belton's header just before halftime. What a way to enter the locker room at the break. Tucson have their lead. Ellie Belton is second straight match with a goal. The 24-year-old getting the help of Dennis. Dennis, his fourth assist as we prepare for the Toyota halftime report. 1-0 to the away side as we get set to bring you more coverage from this match and others around League One.
All sports recovery drinks
For the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Our tradition for my football team is we dress up, shirt and tie. I had a tie, but I didn't know how to tie it. Usually I would have my dad help me, but he was deployed. I'm thinking, don't worry about it. My grandma should know.
He says, can you tie a tie? And I'm like, no. But we're on our way to Chick-fil-A.
I recognize them because they came into our store so much. Miss Bertha and Mr. Terrence, I'm like, of course, I'll help them out and show them how to tie a tie.
It wasn't just the tie, it's what was in your heart.
It's my pleasure. Doing good, man. You got it.
Okay, so maybe we're new to home improvement, but we're determined. We got an insider tip on the ultimate flooring destination. Whoa, Floor & Decor is amazing. Look at us. We're shopping alongside real-life designers and contractors. I love this tile. And this one. And these prices? Look at this. Durable and water-resistant. We should do the kitchen next. Oh yeah, we found where the pros go. Now we're unstoppable.
Explore Floor & Decor in person or online at flooranddecor.com.
Why do we celebrate? Because we know this achievement isn't just for us. It's for our team, our family, and our future. It's for that final moment when we know we've defied the odds and put our future into our own hands. As the official education partner of Major League Soccer, SNHU helps players, staff, and fans achieve their goals. Your celebration starts here. Visit snhu.edu.
Welcome back here into Arlington, Texas. Halftime between North Texas SC and FC Tucson as we begin our halftime report driven by Toyota. Now into week 10, let's check out our Golden Boot leaders entering this weekend's action. We start with Emiliano Terzaghi and, of course, the engine there inside the box for this Richmond offense, working off of great service from the wings, like from Matt Bolduc, as we saw so many times this season. But Terzaghi just lethal, able to find that space away from the center backs here of Greenville, and he loves that little pass back to put it home. 7 goals on the season. He's your Golden Boot leader right now, the Argentine, new to League One. He has been stellar. 3rd in the league in shots on target with 11. He's made those count, of course. 7 goals, 11 shots on target. That's a great average for a striker. Ricky Lopez-Espin, 3 goals with Lansing Ignite in 8 matches last season. 1 goal of the week honors for this banger from midfield over Pablo Jara. But away from that, 5 goals so far this season, returning home to South Florida for the Miami native with Fort Lauderdale CF, and the true number 9 up there has been putting them into the net for Fort Lauderdale CF. And if they are able to make a run in the second half of the season, surely it will be partly because of their striker at the top, able to use that footwork and find some opportunities to get it into the back of the net. He's been an exciting feature so far with his 6 goals. Greg Hurst for Chattanooga, unfortunately missing a few matches lately, back off the bench in their last match earlier this week against Omaha. He started the season with a brace at Tormenta, and from there getting 3 more tallies, up to 5 on the season. But keep in mind, he was red hot, and hopefully for Jimmy Obleda and the Chattanooga Rebels, he will be slowly integrated back into the starting 11 as he has become one of the well-known goal scorers here in USL League One. After coming over from Scotland last year, notching 2 goals in his 9 appearances, he has really settled in well for this 2020 campaign. Shaq Adams, those 4 goals across 4 matches for FC Tucson. He was stellar for that run so far this season. Jay Keegan getting his 4th of the season last weekend, and hopefully for the Triumph, that means he'll be able to bag a few more with his new confidence after scoring 3 in the first 2 of the season. Now on the other side of the field, taking a look at the Golden Glove battle, and it starts so far and ends with Dallas J, as it did last year. The 2019 Goalkeeper of the Year and the 2019 Golden Gloves winner. He's at .6 GAA, starting all matches for the Greenville Triumph. Once again, a big part of why they're in contention at the top of the table. A league best 6 clean sheets so far for the Greenville Triumph, and he gets those 2, maybe 3 saves a match that they really need, that get through that stout back line to keep the clean sheet on the board. That's what he did on Sunday in the victory over Madison. 2-0 for the Triumph. J.C. Banks, one of the best chances of the match, well, pushed aside by Dallas J right there. After time with FC Cincinnati and Phoenix Rising in USL Championship, he has settled in very well for his 2nd season with the Greenville Triumph in the upstate of South Carolina. Well, on Sunday, he faced off with this keeper. It's Philip Marchetta, the Austrian player in between the pipes for Daryl Shore, facing some indirect free kicks this season at Hart Park and, well, putting them to the side. In the pink, he has excelled for forward Madison this season. 3 clean sheets for the Flamingos. Only has missed so far their home victory against Orlando City B, but other than that has been stellar, making the saves when needed, including in that 4-0 road victory for forward Madison over New England 2. And certainly a keeper to keep an eye on, not only this season, but if he stays with Madison into the years to come. A great product of Europe, now finding his way in the United States. Rashid Nuhu of Union Omaha, he did it so well for Fordham in college, and he has continued here over to the state of Nebraska for Jay Mims. Mims loving his ability at the back, one keeper that came from a long list of keepers they were looking into to lead that back line. He has been stellar as he started his career over with New York Red Bulls 2, and has excelled now into USL League One, the Ghanaian. Certainly a threat at the back, and a big part of why Union Omaha started the season, well, deep into the season, undefeated, and the last undefeated team standing until earlier this week. A look at the spread so far: 3 keepers under 1 GAA, with Akira Fitzgerald as well up there in the discussion at 1 GAA for the Richmond Kickers and his 20 saves. Well, that's a look at our goalkeepers and strikers in contention so far for our awards here in Week 10. We'll be back with more news and notes from around USL League One.
Oakland, the town.
A world-class city where it's not just about where you're going,
But it's also where you come from. See, here, there's always room at the top.
where sky's the limit.
But roots help keep you grounded. And this is town business. If you know, you know. Some might say it's rough around the edges.
But we all know that the flavors are in the margins. It's a family affair out here.
It's all eyes on we.
Hold it down for the people holding you up. These things matter to us.
It is let's go Oakland over and over and over again, where East Oakland and West Oakland meet.
Show the town love.
And the town will love you back. Oakland, forever.
The United Soccer League and its 47th championship in League One clubs stand united in support of diversity, inclusivity, equality, and compassion. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can create change. Together, we are united against racism.
Checking out news and notes from around USL, League One, and well, USL, Oakland Roots getting announced as a member of the USL Championship coming up in 2021. John Milracy getting a promotion from head coach to technical director. Ian Cameron getting his first victory here tonight as head coach. Player of the Week honors over to Sammy Gadiri. Colin Smith up there for North Texas among the team of the week. Presented by WinStar World Casino and Resort. We have our scoreboard here in League One. A few results just going final. New England Revolution 2 taking down Omaha 2-0 at Warner Park, and Tormenta as well getting 3 points over Fort Lauderdale CF in the debut of Ian Cameron. Well, Chattanooga, they survive at second place in the table with Union Omaha sticking where they are at this moment with their second loss of the season. They'll be at 16 points as we head forward into next week. Upcoming schedule, 2 matches for you on Wednesday as we check out our upcoming schedule presented by MoneyGram. And it's Tucson, Madison Wednesday night, and Richmond, Fort Lauderdale. North Texas will take on Greenville in a rematch of the League One final Friday night. Coming up, highlights and stats from Globe Life Park.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
Shh. And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Shh. Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Injuries can be overcome. Returns can be triumphant. The top of your game is well within reach. From comprehensive care to advanced research, everything you need to rehab, recover, and refuel your performance is in the playbook at Texas Health Sports Medicine.
Welcome back into Globe Life Park, finishing off our halftime driven by Toyota as we check out our highlights presented by Advocare, tipped away there by Knight. Getting a big save there from Roberts. That off the crossbar by Beak as well at the back post. Such a key opportunity for Tucson. North Texas on transition have been lethal, but can't find the back of the net. The woodwork there against Rodriguez off the post. And an opportunity from Calvo. Back and forth we went. Great action. Stoppage time first half. Dennis, look at all these black jerseys at the back post. No one marked, and it's Ellie Velton that gets his second in 2 matches. 1-0 Tucson just before halftime, and that's where we stand currently as we check out our halftime stats presented by Chase. And over on the board, 5 shots on target, plenty of chances back and forth, and we surely will see some more. Edwin Cirillo, that red card in the first half for North Texas. They are down to 10 men, so keep that in mind as Charlie Dennis got the lone yellow card on the day for Tucson. Should be an eventful second 45, just like the first 45. Waiting for the whistle to blow. There it is, North Texas back off and running against FC Tucson. Tucson in search of their first victory as a club over North Texas in the young history of USL League One. Again, I'm Chris Bukovic, happy to have you with us as we are officially the last League One match on the field here tonight. Both of the 8 p.m. Eastern Time starts going final. And some big results as well. Tormenta, their second comeback victory of the season. They win the debut for new head coach Ian Cameron, 2-1 at Fort Lauderdale. And hey, Union Omaha, they were down 1-0 into second half stoppage time against New England 2. They end up losing 2-0 with a late Firmino goal. And funny enough, just like Greenville a few weeks ago, they lost 2 matches in 1 week. Omaha loses 2 in 1 week after going undefeated in the first 8 matches of the season. Never know what's going to happen here in USL League One. And now they stay in 3rd place at 16 points. Chattanooga smiling after their loss earlier today because they got some help from the Owls. They stay in 2nd place headed into next week on 18 points. Meanwhile here, both these sides battling for an opportunity to jump up the table. And with how things currently stand, it would be Tucson, of course, getting that chance to tie Tormenta for 5th place on the table. Of course, North Texas would be in the same spot if they end up making the comeback victory. Now Knight will send this down the field. Knight 3 saves on Wednesday in the win over New England 2. Today, Knight 3 saves so far in the first 45. Throwing on the near side for North Texas. Tucson undefeated this season when they do score first, 2-0-1. They've been on the wrong end of that, giving up the first goal. 1-5-0 when they did that, so you can see the amount of losses, how much they've been dealing with that adversity, but maybe a turn in the tide here if they're able to find their 2nd consecutive victory. North Texas, when they concede first, 0-2-1. Just 1 draw in that category. Right now in line for just their 2nd home loss all time in USL League One, as it's Vergen going down holding his knee. Luckily he looks to be all right. But it will be interesting to see what approach Tucson takes. North Texas was letting Tucson take the ball all day since they went down a man with a low block defensive approach. But now Tucson, they're up 1-0. Of course, they want that insurance tally, but they don't have to rush, of course. Now Adams. Silva. Vergen. Alarcon trying to fight through Roberts. He goes down, and North Texas maybe the break the other way. Roberts looking out to his left. There's Redsick. Alarcon. Logue out to Silva, the Tucson native. This week in our conversation with Tucson head coach John Gallus, I asked him about his team's hot starts the last 2 matches, great chances against North Texas, and then getting the early winner in the first 10 minutes against New England too. And he said it's not so much about being quick to start with all the chances, it's quick to score the first goal. If you score that first goal, you dictate things the rest of the match, and that's what we're seeing from Tucson here. Dictating possession, able to control the tempo of the game. We'll see if that's their difference maker here this evening. For Eric Quell on the other side, that's been a theme this season, trying to limit those mistakes that really can be avoided, like that red card. Unfortunately saw that here today. Now North Texas the other way. Redsick at the top of the box. Redsick, not many options. Deflected away by Ellie Velton. And now it's Alarcon over to Dennis. Met by Waldeck. They'll reset here in the 51st. And if you're just joining us for second half coverage, Ellie Velton with the header off a free kick from Charlie Dennis to finish off our first half. Edwin Cirillo leaving the match on a red card in the 21st minute, as Vergen will let this go out of play for the goal kick. North Texas won the season series, all 3 matches, the 2-0-1 record overall. Of course, got the win a week ago, 2-0 in Tucson. Looking for road victory number 6 in their club's history here in USL League One. Now Bonilla, brought down from behind by Ellie Velton. Roberts passing it off to Bonilla. Past Damas, who went down. Back over tonight. Roberts the key to the attack so far for North Texas. 4 shots, 2 on target, and 2 created chances. Foul called, free kick the other way as Ellie Velton goes down. Take a look at the Advocare replay. Dennis with the pass up, and just contact from behind coming from Justin Che, the 16-year-old, making his 9th start of the season. Evans from the back, just like Arturo Rodriguez. He was on loan in USL Championship to start off the campaign. Didn't make any appearances when he was on loan over with Austin Bold. Came back early, get some playing time before the season was over. Now Roberts through ball. Bonilla there, and Shaq Adams comes all the way back to poke it free. It's a corner kick for North Texas SC, presented by Michelob Ultra. Roberts, a nicely weighted through ball. See what they do with this corner kick. 54th minute. Still plenty of time, of course, to equalize despite being down a man. Headed away at the near post by Alarcon. Now Godoy. Silva over the top, back to Aviles. Aviles coming up through the FC Dallas Academy since 2012. Now Rodriguez. Short through ball, but intercepted by Silva. Adams met by Che, out of play, and it's a throw-in. Here's Dennis. Redsick to the back. A little bit more possession-based attack for North Texas SC. A little tougher down a man. Hernandez on the ball, the SMU product. Someone that Eric Quill is familiar with from his club soccer coaching days. The youth level. Ball sent in. Thomas there, and right into the arms of Knight. Slipping on through, almost with the equalizer. Now Rodriguez. Bonilla, back heel, back to Rodriguez. Good coverage by Silva. Roberts. Hernandez. Waldeck. Hernandez. Top of the box, strikes it, blocked away. Hernandez coming up with the Dallas Texans SC organization. A player that Eric Quill coached against when he was the head coach of the Houston Texans SC team. A lot of praise for his time coming up as one of their main talented threats for Dallas Texans. Rodriguez. Looking for help. Rodriguez off of Silva. Knocked out. So applause for Rodriguez staying after the ball, pursuing it, and causing the throw-in. Looks like Colin Smith getting set to come in later, stretching it out. Player we've seen start of late. Eric Quill telling us this week that a lot of minutes have been logged on his legs. Wanted to give him a breather, not getting the start today. Instead, Benny Redsick the opportunity. But he had a goal in the win over Tucson last week, poking one home. His first for his club. Now Godoy running up. Godoy, good move, fires, and wide of the target. Godoy still looking for his first goal for FC Tucson. 2017 Big West Conference Offensive Player of the Year. On the Advocare replay, puts it wide. Waldeck gets the attack going, but Beek has other thoughts. Throwing for North Texas. Redsick. Out of the halftime break, North Texas working more into that possession-based attack. At least trying to down a man. Now Roberts. Through ball, stopped again by Silva. Through ball ahead, Adams inverting his run down the wing, and it is back to Aviles. Over the top, Logue there, so is Damas, and it's headed back over tonight. Tight one there. On the road, can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC, North America's only 24/7 source of soccer radio, featuring Ray Hudson, Tony Miola, and Rodney Marsh. Fans of the USL can now listen to the best matches of the week, along with action from MLS, the Premier League, and the UEFA Champions League. Sirius XM FC, channel 157 on your Sirius XM radio and Sirius XM app. Of course, the League One final will be on Sirius XM radio at the end of October. Both these sides looking to make a late run at that second place spot, perhaps. As Juan Alvarez getting set to come on. The two subs coming in, it will be Colin Smith and Juan Alvarez. Good to see Alvarez back out there. Has not appeared in quite a while due to a nagging injury. 2 assists so far on the campaign for Juan Alvarez, the Mexican midfielder. Having 3 starts so far this season, both those substitutions presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. As Smith on, I mentioned, a goal in the win over Tucson last Saturday. Ava Frisco at just 16 years old. Eric Quill telling us last week, Smith, a player that really they didn't think would get a ton of time with North Texas on the field, but with multiple injuries, and he got that opportunity in there, and he has proven himself so well with an incredible amount of growth. Great 1v1 ability on the wings, and what they want to see from their forward, maybe more penetration into the box, more threatening on the finishing, like Shaq Adams here. Free kick, 1 against Che, just outside the box. So yet another key set piece here for FC Tucson. 3 creative players on the ball. Those 3, Alarcon, Eli Velton, and Dennis. The 3 leaders in creative chances for the side. Four-man wall for North Texas SC. Alarcon, he'll have a go right into the wall. Foul is called on the collision there as Roberts is down. Roberts still in pain on the ground. Let's see what happened on the Advocare replay. Oh, and just a collision there as Calvo lunged forward for that header. Coming into contact with Roberts, luckily right back on his feet here in minute 64. Substitution for Tucson, Ferriol on the Spaniard midfielder, making his third appearance. That substitution presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. He's on for Charlie Dennis. Dennis ending the night with an assist to his name. Dennis also getting 3 created chances along with that. But Ferriol, he'll line up in the attacking midfield for John Gallus. And a great moment for him. He actually was drafted by FC Dallas in the 2020 Super Draft. Did not end up signing, of course, with North Texas SC or FC Dallas. Instead now facing them in USL League One competition. '19 Colonial Athletic Association Player of the Year at James Madison. Also spending time in USL League 2 with the Long Island Rough Riders. Last year, 12 appearances. Smith on back to Alvarez. Now Smith, through ball. Juan Alvarez on the run, so is Logue scooped in there, but it is scooped up by Knight. Both these sides saw their first clean sheets of the season in the past week. North Texas at the hands of Tucson. And Tucson against New England 2 on Wednesday. And Tucson, of course, trying to work one here against a high-powered North Texas offense that ranks first in goals per game across League One entering the weekend. Problem for Tucson this season defensively has been the amount of chances they do allow. As we take a look at the results so far this week, Omaha, their first loss of the week coming Tuesday against Chattanooga. And then that victory for Tucson, the 1 goal by Ellie Velton. Earlier victory today for Greenville, extending their lead at the top to 7 points. Tormented the comeback victory in Ian Cameron's debut at the helm. And then Union Omaha, their second loss of the week, this time at home, 2-0 against New England 2. Has to feel good for Clint PA. Had a strong side this season, but has not been on the right side of results. And they are out of the basement now of the League One table with that victory. Their second of the season. Not too shabby, their 2 wins this year. Union Omaha and the Greenville Triumph, 2 of the best defenses here in 2020. Shaq Adams on the run, 2v2 for Tucson. Adams flicks it on over, headed back down by Hernandez. Ferriol. He'll have a go from deep. Aviles pushes it to the side there, away from the post. Seems like he may have misjudged it initially. Big stop there from the North Texas keeper. It's amazing in a packed season how quickly things can change. There's just a few weeks ago we saw Greenville lose 2 matches in a row in 1 week against New England 2 and then at the Richmond Kickers. Same thing happens to Union Omaha this week. But you can always bounce back. Greenville 3 straight victories now since those 2 losses. But of note, Union Omaha did go down a man late in that match. Vanacourt Decker shown a red card. One of the MVP contenders, to say the least, after getting August Player of the Month honors. Ball over the top, headed up by Silva. Now Adams knocks it out of play. We're hearing another substitute to come for North Texas. Will be Alisson, who's typical starter out there and director of the midfield for Eric Quill. Brazilian. Came up through Sao Paulo FC in Brazil. On he comes for Roberts. The substitution presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. And the Owls, a big matchup to say the least, coming up next Saturday against the Richmond Kickers at home at Warner Park. They'll be without one of their top creators offensively, as this is a throw-in. Taking a look here at this opportunity that came for Ferriol. Aviles, a great stop here, as he was able to come over to that one on its one hop. Ferriol trying to find his first goal for FC Tucson. A name that was on the roster to start the year but got stuck across the pond over in Spain due to the pandemic. Shot from far out, and it's in! Hernandez finds his first for North Texas SC. Down a man, but they equalize. Game on here in Globe Life Park. Nicky Hernandez, in his second match for North Texas, fires one like that, skipping on through. Gets all of that one on the Advocare replay. We're all equal here in Arlington. That goal presented by, of course, Nicky Hernandez and also SNHU. North Texas saying not so fast. 19 minutes left plus stoppage. We'll have a good one here. So now Tucson have to respond and try to find that winning tally once again after being up a man for quite a while, about 50 minutes. Ferriol flicks it ahead, but too much spin and heat on this. It goes out of play. Goal kick to Aviles. Again, North Texas just one loss in their League One club history at home. The ability to fight back like that and stay in contests, you see why. You see what is to come potentially as well. Two of the top teams late in matches to get opportunities. The problem is on the conceding side. Similar results. North Texas has given up 4 goals in the last 15 minutes of matches. Tucson giving up 2. So a give and take there for sure. We'll see which side gives in that regard, but certainly some more goals left in this match. We've seen plenty of high scoring results so far here at Globe Life Park. 2-2 between North Texas and Omaha, 3-3 between North Texas and New England 2. Alarcon. Bergen. Now Logue. Ellie Velton attempting the flick on, but it goes out of play. Now Evans. Justin Shea running out of the back, trying to find some room. Now Hernandez. Rodriguez. Here comes the home side. Alvarez out to Smith. Smith to the box. Back to Alvarez. Smith to the end line. Whips it in, but Knight grabs it. North Texas looking awfully dangerous for a team down a man. As we'll see on the Advocare replay, forcing Knight to come out and grab this. Aviles playing it out of the back. North Texas trying to stretch this Tucson defense. Not getting anything of that though. Trying to break it down now up the field. Out to Smith, right side. Smith cuts in, fires! Knight the save, and he'll pounce on it. Bergen out of the back once again for Tucson. Trying to respond to this momentum at home from North Texas SC. And with that ball going out of play, we have our hydration break here in the second half. 1-1 North Texas and FC Tucson. Well, FC Tucson, the Cactus Pricks, and all the faithful getting together at Maracana Indoor Sports Arena, joining together to watch this game here tonight. And they have to have loved the first about 65 minutes before North Texas got back into it, but still plenty of time for their side, FC Tucson. Always check on over with FC Tucson to see what watch parties they have going on. Of course, they have the Drive-In Watch Party series. Check that out for Wednesday when they host Ford Madison. And here are our goals so far with the Advocare replay. Dennis opening things up at the end of the first half. Ellie Velton off his noggin with his second in 2 matches. 1-0 over to Tucson. Dennis also getting the assist there, of course. And the Brazilian striking first here tonight. And it was Hernandez, the cannon from outside of the box, his first goal as a member of North Texas SC. That's our equalizer. It's been North Texas ever since then, really dictating things in this match despite being down a man. They have adjusted as the match has gone on. But there is one thing on the side of Tucson here today. We've had 3 matches before us so far in League One today. In all 3, the road team has won. We'll see if that theme continues here tonight as we end out our League One Saturday. minute, 1-1. Tucson and North Texas, familiar foes to say the least after playing a week ago. A lot more opportunities from both sides in this contest today. A battle to move up to 13 points on the table with a win today. It would put either side in a tie with Tormenta on the table for 5th. Ellie Velton and Nikki Hernandez getting the goals so far. Ellie Velton plays it on. Breck Evans the stop. Now Vergen. Alarcon. From deep, blocked away by Alarcon. By the way, the assist on that Hernandez goal going to Damus. Over the top. Logue heads it down. Met by Smith, and Knight finally pounces on it. Back over with North Texas. Alvarez to Smith. They'll try cutting inside again. Cut down from behind. Silva gets called for the foul. Pretty clear there, late challenge. And what a free kick opportunity for the home side. Quickly taken, but this will be brought back. Let's check out the Advocare replay, see what happened on this foul. Smith brought down by Silva from behind, pretty clear. And giving away such a key opportunity here. Alvarez, Rodriguez over the ball. 4-man wall for Tucson. Ball whipped in off the post. What an opportunity. Knight just left standing there. He couldn't see it with the wall. And luckily for Tucson, it goes off the post on the Advocare replay. We'll have 2 subs on for Tucson. It's Josh Cohn and Ramon Howell. Cohn making his 7th appearance of the season, Howell making his 9th. Both substitutions presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. There is Howell, 1 goal, 12 appearances last year for Tucson. Jamaican midfielder. Alvarez. Now Rodriguez. Gets it right back. Rodriguez. Bonilla. Alvarez. Hernandez flicks it in. Damos there at the post. Headed away by Beek. Foul is called back towards the Tucson box. Knight will heave us downfield. North Texas still in control. Down a man from the Cirillo red card in the first half. Out of play from Alvarez, just a miscue on the pass. 1 point doesn't really help either side in this table. It just keeps things packed up in the middle. With so few matches left now in the second half of the season, both sides, they need wins to move up for a last-second chance to appear in the League One final. It's Ferriol that is down. "22-year-old out of Valencia, Spain. He's slow to get up. Came on as a sub a few minutes ago. Hopefully he just got the air knocked out of him. Tucson coming up next will be facing off with forward Madison. Home match for Tucson. They play 4 of their final 6 at home. 10:30 p.m. Eastern time start. 2-match homestand for them. They'll see Fort Lauderdale a week from today. North Texas on the other side. The lone match across both the championship and League One Friday night. They're at Greenville for a rematch of the 2019 USL League One final. That should definitely be a good one in multiple regards. Ferriol back on. Here in the 87th minute. Ball flicked ahead, Knight. He'll grab onto it. Here's Howe. Out of play from Rodriguez. Tucson trying to build ahead. We haven't seen too much success from them in the possession game in the second half. They'll try it here, though, once again, with some new thoughts and ideas off the bench. Now Howe. Beak. Cone didn't see that one coming. Josh Cone got the start in the Wednesday victory over New England 2. Plays it to the left side over the head of Shaq Adams and out of play. Silva tied up with Smith. That's a foul called in favor of North Texas. As we will have more subs shortly for North Texas SC as they fortify the forward line. Ball over the top. Rodriguez well offsides there. So come back for a free kick. Here are those subs. Alex Bruce coming on for Damos. And then Gibran Rayo coming on as well. Both substitutions presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Alex Bruce, 1 goal, 1 assist this season. Former Lansing Ignite player. And then Rayo coming on for Rodriguez. Rodriguez ending his day with 1 created chance, 1 shot on target. Damos getting credit for the assist to Hernandez. Now Alvarez back the other way. Can North Texas find a winner? Smith fires off the mark. Goes out of play. This is a corner kick deflected along the way. And in the 90th minute, we have a Michelob Ultra corner kick. North Texas on the ball. Down a man, but they have persevered in this match. Ball sent in, headed up and out of play by Alisson. It's a goal kick. Substitution coming on for FC Tucson. It will be Azad Liadi on for Godoy. A substitution presented by Texas Health Sports Medicine. Liadi making appearance number 9 on the campaign, second on Tucson with 3 goals this season. 5 minutes of Advocare stoppage time in front of us at Globe Life Park. Plenty of time for either side to find a winner. Here's Smith. Crossing, getting it over Silva. Now Hernandez trying to make something of it. Cuts it back. Great look, fires, and saved in the end by Knight. From the outside, it was the fullback, Bonilla. A great look there with the short pass over to the top of the box. Silva stepping up to Liadi. Fires from deep, but that off the mark. Interesting choice there with Cone wide open on the right flank. If this result holds, both these sides would be in a 3-way tie for 7th on the table, with Fort Lauderdale. Tucson trying to avoid that here. Liadi goes down, foul called, free kick just outside the box. North Texas has owned possession in the second half, but Tucson can turn the game on its head once again. With this opportunity, let's check it out on the Advocare replay with Liadi going up against Alisson and Alvarez. Ferriol over this one. Strikes it on goal, but over the frame. About 2.5 minutes remaining in our Advocare stoppage time. Foul called. This is brought back to midfield. You wouldn't think of watching this game, but North Texas down a man. Now Alvarez crossed in. Dangerous one. Back post headed away by Colvo. Service back in. Now Smith the header. Knight off his line. He'll grab it. Howe loses it right there to Hernandez, the goal scorer for North Texas. Cuts inside once again. Through ball, but Smith didn't see that coming. It's out of play. Goal kick. A preview of some of the League One action to come as we finish off the final few minutes here from Globe Life Park. We start Wednesday night with 2 matches, Richmond and Fort Lauderdale. 6:30 start on the East Coast. And Tucson, they will host Madison, 10:30 Eastern time. And we jump to Friday, rematch of the 2019 League One final between North Texas and Greenville at Legacy Early College, and it's brunch on Saturday for you. Orlando City B, New England 2 doing battle, and should be a fun one. Union Omaha Richmond Kickers Saturday night at Warner Park. And once again, back in Tucson Saturday night to finish off their homestand against Fort Lauderdale. Yellow card awarded to Alex Bruce. Maybe one final heave here for Tucson. Liotti heads it up. Adams trying to keep it alive. Ferriol in there. Knocks it back over. Shaq Adams puts it wide. Oh, what great combo play into the box, but unable to put it on target. And that's all. Here from Globe Life Park, we end how we started, even on the scoreline, splitting the points. North Texas 1, FC Tucson 1. What a match. Both teams putting it on the line, and North Texas, they go down a man, and they make the comeback, tying it up in the second half. John Gallus on his side head back home with a point. Our Heineken final score 1-1 North Texas and FC Tucson as we prepare for our save of the match presented by Chase. And it's the stop here for Carlos Aviles. Ferriol off the bench. He fires one here and shoves it aside just like that. And at the time kept Tucson from getting their second goal of the match. That's your save of the match presented by Chase. 1-1 here at Globe Life Park. North Texas and Tucson tied for 7th with Fort Lauderdale now as we head into week 11 of USL League One action. Nicky Hernandez, your man of the match, presented by Globe Life, as he had the tying goal from outside the box. A great finish for him, stepping up the midfield. His first goal for North Texas in his second match overall under Eric Quill. North Texas and FC Tucson split the points, and FC Tucson still unable to find that winning form against North Texas in their young League One career. North Texas once again staving off a loss here at home. Our Heineken final score 1-1 North Texas and Tucson. Highlights and stats next.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
Is that your dad's new Camry?
I dig the panoramic moonroof.
And how's the V6?
And the Android Auto.
Yes, Billy. How are they?
Grab everyone's attention in the 2020 Camry. Get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2020 Camry. Hurry in today. Toyota.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Welcome back here to Arlington, Texas. The Heineken final score 1-1 North Texas and Tucson on the scoreline as we get set for our full match highlights presented by Advocare. Comeback draw here for North Texas SC at home. Let's see how it happened. North Texas, they had their chances in the first half. Knight tipping that one away. Had a strong match there in between the pipes for Tucson. Knight ended the match making 5 total saves. This corner kick in off the crossbar on the other side. It's Beek at the back post, unable to put it home in the first half. And it was Rodriguez off the post on the other end on the transition. Dennis, a few set pieces in there, dangerous ones, getting the touch from Calvo, almost putting it in. But it was this in first half stoppage time. Dennison, Ellie Velton the finish, his second straight game with a goal in the net. 1-0 Tucson, a man up at halftime. Then it was Ferriol forcing a save out of Aviles, trying to find the insurance tally. Damas, Nicky Hernandez, and there's your equalizer. Hernandez finding the back of the net from outside the box. And that made it 1-1. Ended up being the sealer for the points. One apiece. This last chance, though, as well from Bonilla. Testing Knight. Well, we finish all equal on the scoreline. Our full-time match stats presented by Chase. Look at that. 32 combined shots, 9 on target. Had that red card for North Texas, but not too many cards in this match. But what an offensive battle up and down the field. A look at our updated standings. Excuse me, a tie for 6th place with Madison, a 4-way tie. As you see that playoff line still up there with Chattanooga at 18 points. And then, well, just a jumbled mess as it's a tight pack as we head into week 11. Upcoming schedule presented by MoneyGram for North Texas SC. They see Greenville triumph, the runners-up from a year ago. Friday night, that should be a good one here on ESPN+. And, of course, Fort Lauderdale after that, home and away down the stretch for North Texas SC. Well, we got that offensive battle. We expected 2 matches in 1 week, and we were treated to 2 fantastic battles. Cirillo, the red card early on, changed things for his side. 1-0 Tucson, but then the comeback for North Texas with that resiliency for our entire crew. I'm Chris Makoviak. 1-1 it finishes. North Texas and Tucson split the points here at Globe Life Park. We'll see you for Week 11 coming up Wednesday night here in USL League One.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.